Cordelia must die. So basically, my seminar is about why Cordelia must die. I basically read the article or the journal section, and this is my summary. So first of all, so the thesis basically is the murder of Cordelia was an essential part and meaning to the play. So let's move on to the evidence. So basically, first of all, Cordelia means heart in Latin. So this is significant because all the deaths in the play essentially had to do with the heart. King Lear dies from an overstrained heart after seeing Cordelia die. That was the final straw and sent him to the afterlife. Gloucester suffers the same fate. Kent is dying from an overstrained heart as well. Edmund has a change of heart at the end though. So everything has related to do with the hearts and the feelings. In the beginning of the play, we see Lear's love had made him proud and made him want people to express his love for him. Love and materialism are two different things. Lear made the mistake of making his love materialistic. He believed that materialistic things can be associated with his love, but that is quite the opposite. Love cannot be explained materialistically. Rather, it has to be explained. It cannot be explained. And the banning of the true love of him, Cordelia, his daughter, was a mistake. Everything in this play, basically the real suffered and the fake benefit from the suffering of the real. So to begin with the first quote, "Let it be so, thy truth, then by thou dower, for by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all operations of the orb, from whom do we exist and cease to be? Here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and a stranger to my heart and me hold thee from this forever the barbarous Scythian, or he that makes his generation Mises to George's appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighboured, pited, and relieved, as though my sometime daughter." This is one of the from the first act in the first scene, King Lear disowning his daughter. He's basically saying his daughter is a barbarian. You know, she's a daughter's basically eating him, but in reality, it's the other two daughters that are using him, and the true daughter is getting the blame and the hate. So evidence, more evidence. So the heart and materialism comparison. Lear thinks with his emotions, which is the key to the heart. Lear lets his feelings often be fooled because he shows his feelings so proud he's not often see the truth, Cordelia, and often mistakes the faith love for truth, his other two daughters. Materialism. Lear's other two daughters tell Lear what he wants to hear and know that Lear's heart is easily played with materials because he shows his emotions proudly and he knows he can be played. Lear in the beginning mistakes materialism for love. He let it into his heart and it ultimately caused Cordelia's death. The truth of the play is what the heart wants. So as a quote we have from Cordelia, basically telling her, I'm going to show it from here to summarize it up. "Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sister's husband if they say they love you all? Happily when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take any plight shall carry. Half my love with them, half my care and duty. Sure I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all." Basically, Cordelia saying, why did his sisters get married if they loved their father the most? They're lying. Cordelia is trying to expose their sisters for lying, yet Lear does not see that. She's telling the truth straight up to his face, but Lear's outrageous by the truth because his emotions are uncontrollable. And basically this is why Cordelia's death is so important in the play and the meaning. The whole time we're so caught up in this world that we don't see the truth in front of us, but we rather believe the falsehoods of the story of reality. And in truth, it is those who we see, who we sometimes reject the most. Sometimes it's our parents and those that are actually looking out for the best of us. And the people we see close to us are actually trying to do the worst to us. So Cordelia's love. Cordelia is the only one in the play who embodies the love and tells the truth about her love for Lear. Cordelia's love is trying to be polluted and perverted by Lear's material love of words. However, it has no effect on Cordelia. She stays the same throughout the whole play. Lear made the earth his heaven. Hell was an area with no choices left. When Lear banished Cordelia, he essentially realized he created hell on earth. He banished his most loyal servant. He basically he left himself with no options himself. In reality, he was trying to create heaven on earth, but he created his own demise. Throughout, by the end of it, Lear is looking for a relapse, which is Cordelia's love. When in the end they are united, he gets a fool's relapse. And yeah, here's a quote by King Lear. "And my poor fool is hanged. No, no, no life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life, and thou no breathe at all? Thou it shall come no more. Never, never, never." Cordelia's love never changed throughout the play. Everyone else changed, but Cordelia did not. Lear wandered looking for that love and returned to it again. Lear, when he has her in arms, realizes love is the truth and is internally and cannot be expressed externally. Lear was a fool suffering from a delusion. Cordelia's love finally made him realize that, and as he passed, he was a fool this whole time. The fool called him a fool. He thought the fool was a fool, but he was the real fool because he had everything in front of him and he threw it away for what was fake. And essentially, that is what killed him. This is why Cordelia's death is so important. Why she must have died in the play, because it brings the play a whole nother meaning to what King Lear lost. And it is great, and it is a tragedy.